And you make me feel.
Uh, uh,
And
uh.
you make me
Ooh,
feel.
ooh, ooh,
And
ooh.
you make me feel like a natural Mims. Oh! Hey, girl,
Wow.
hey!
I hope that wasn't too many bars. Like, I hope that wasn't too many
Well,
bars.
if it is, then we'll pay the 50 cents.
We're sorry, lady. Well, we gotta do 50 cents for the bars. We gotta do another $250 because they're like, that wasn't Jennifer Hudson. You know,
Not even Aretha. Not even
no.
Carol King. It was not
I'm just
Jennifer
saying,
Hudson.
man, talk about all that Oscar buzz just kind of went away, did it? We were all excited at the middle of the year, and now it's like, well, I don't
Oh,
know how.
it turns out Gaga's Oscar buzz is kind of going.
Well, I mean, apparently the Oscar buzz for her performance is still there, but it's just the rest of the movie, unfortunately, is not.
You know, that worked for Meryl Streep
I know,
and the
right?
Iron Lady.
Right, exactly. I mean, this is the, this. It seems like this is a wonky. All of almost everything that they've been predicting for like the big Best Picture or Best Actress Oscar things. Everyone that's come out, the reviews have been wonky for all of the movies except for their performances.
So I watched When Harry Met Sally this morning. It was just on TV. It's a great movie.
Okay.
I
Oh,
love.
I know, I know.
I hate Billy Crystal. I do not think Billy Crystal is funny.
Well, okay.
I mean, don't hate him. I shouldn't say that. I think he's a very good person. Like
Wow,
I think he's a
Mis-
good person, but I do
Mr.
not like his
Saturday
comedy.
Night. I mean, he's got like a comic icon at this point.
Yes, yes. Isn't that great that I don't like that kind of comedy that's not funny?
Oh
So
my god.
so yeah, so there's that. But I had always thought Meg Ryan was nominated for an Oscar for it.
No,
Always. No, no, she wasn't.
no,
No, she
no.
wasn't. That's
They
a
gave it. They did a
travesty.
supporting actress Oscar or a best supporting actress nomination went to the lady at the table beside her that said, "I'll have what she's having." She got an Oscar nom. I'm shaking. She didn't get an
I was
Oscar
about to say
nomination.
I was gonna believe you.
I know.
Like,
I saw your faces now. I was like, wait, I should stop. I should
I
stop.
mean, yeah, I actually really love that movie. I love Moonstruck. I don't know if you knew that. I love Moonstruck. Oh,
I love Moonstruck too.
Cher and Olivia
Yeah.
Dukakis.
Oh,
Oh,
Moonstruck's a wonderful movie,
it
actually.
really is. Dear listeners, if you are so young that you have not seen Moonstruck, go out there and watch it. It is a good movie. It is that scene where she's walking home with the dude, the dad from Frasier, and
Hmm.
they're like, and she's like, "No, you can't come upstairs." What? I'm still in love with my husband. I hate
Yeah.
him, but I'm still in love with him. Oh,
Yeah.
so dear listeners, we need to apologize for last week.
I
We
know we're so sorry,
we
dear
are so sorry.
listeners.
We are
Sorry.
so sorry. So it turns out that Murder She Wrote is a little harder to do, and we can only do one a week. And like with baking sugar and designing women, if we ever need to, we can do two per week.
Yes.
But we have to go through a lot
There's a lot of episodes. A
for
lot.
yeah, and like I had a job interview and which they put on hold, so I'm not very.
I'll say what? I don't like that.
I know. Um, so yes, they're looking for additional talent just to see what da 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 da.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I nearly said, "Oh, you can redact my resume. You can remove me from the talent pool." But I was like, "No, no, 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 no," because I did come in asking for executive fish money.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I will admit it was probably on me a little bit, a
I mean,
little.
yeah, but let's be real. Let's be real right now. That's kind of the market at the moment.
Ain't
You can be
that the
asking for
point?
that.
What? What?
Exactly.
So I was like, treat me the way I want to be treated.
Treat me right. Treat me.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Is that good
Yeah.
enough for an intro, or do you want to?
I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Dear listeners,
Oh,
if
oh
you're
no, there's something else. There's something else.
oh,
This episode will be coming out tomorrow. So let's wish everybody a happy
happy
turkey, whatever.
Thanksgiving, I guess.
Yeah,
Native
like
Peoples
or
Day.
that's very interesting coming from an indigenous person, but here we are.
I said Happy Native Peoples Day, so
Happy Native Peoples Day.
yeah.
Happy day to.
Happy
Why
just
don't
giving thanks.
what
Period. We don't have to have a date for it. Let's just
why
do it.
don't we just like turn it into happy late fall holiday, right? Like we
Isn't
should
that
just have a
Halloween?
huh?
Isn't that Halloween?
It's a day we get off work. Like
Oh,
there should be just a 3 day, 3 work day. Like every Thursday. What am I trying to say? Hold on. Find your
we should
Zen.
go to a
Breathe your.
4-day work week.
I mean, yes, but that's beside the point. I was going to say once a month we should have a 3 day work week. Like the last week of the month, every month, just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off.
I'm down. I mean, I would support that. I'm all for socialism.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, also, we found out today, and I hope this does not offend any of our listeners, and if it does, you should be listening to us anyway, that all of the plaintiffs in the Ahmaud Arbery case were found guilty.
Oh
Guilty.
yeah, that's
Guilty.
good for you guys. You really are listening to the wrong show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It turns out Wisconsin is now a southern state and Georgia's now a northern state.
it's like Freaky Friday on a
I
Thursday.
know. And it turns out that you can't lynch in Georgia anymore. Did you know that?
What? Oh man, I did not get that memo, but thank you for letting me know
So
so that I can inform
you can
that.
now travel up through Florida. Well, you got to go by boat from the south of the Florida up to Savannah, but you could then take 95 from Savannah through North Carolina. You can't go west because it's still legal in Alabama, Mississippi. I do apologize,
All right, I
but
wasn't going there anyway. It's okay. It's okay. I'll never put my feet in those states.
well,
Ever,
good. Never, not
ever.
even Mobile.
Not even Mobile, girl.
Mobile,
No.
Biloxi.
I don't care how good their barbecue is. I ain't going
Now,
there.
girl, when we go on tour, we're probably gonna be at Biloxi.
All right, but we have to get me some extra security.
And what? Shreveport, Louisiana.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you know what though? Let's be super honest. I'll
Uh-huh.
just walk around in a caftan. They'll probably not think I'm even black. So there you go.
I don't. So that dude last night at the bar.
Yes.
So, dear listeners, I went to a absinthe. Oh no, don't do that, Eric. Don't do that, Miss Mims. I was readjusting my headphones and my voice probably went a little wobbly. Whatever. I went to an absinthe bar called Aunt Betty's last night. Shout out to Aunt Betty's in Raleigh, North Carolina. Um, and there was this dude there, one of the bartenders slash barbacks, reminded me so much of Maim, like small, looked kind of like Shangela, but with Maim's skin tone, but Shangela's hair, and bright orange Chuck Taylors on, and it
Mm.
it was neurotic in a
So
in a good way.
I'm excited though, because this means like when I come home, we're gonna go on the Maury Povich show because I think we have to do a paternity
You
test.
are. Did you hear about Wendy Williams?
No, what
Oh,
happened when you
supposedly, the rumor mill is now, and you're hearing it here last.
win?
The mill is now she's got early stage dementia and is in a wheelchair, and that she
No.
can't even host anymore. And they're looking for a permanent replacement.
Oh no, that's
I
sad.
know, and the permanent replacement they're looking at is Sherry Shepherd. I love
That's
Sherry
even
Shepherd.
sadder.
Ham.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best thing she ever did. That was it. That was the best. That was the
No,
best thing
no,
she
no,
ever
no,
did.
no.
So,
You may forget she was a beauty shop.
oh, that's right. She was in Beauty Shop,
Uh huh.
but I mean,
I watched that this morning too.
she wasn't like a standout in Beauty Shop. She
No,
was
no,
just
no.
in Beauty
That's
Shop.
just lesbian icon Queen Latifah.
Oh man,
Which
I love it.
I don't remember any of Queen Latifah's rap. Is that wrong of me?
UNITY. I remember that one. That's a unity. UNITY. UN. I remember actually a lot of the 90s. What did they call that genre back then? It was called New Jack, the
Uh
New
huh.
Jack swing. I remember a lot of those raps because they were slower and it was easier. Like once they started speeding up the raps, I was done. I was like,
It's
I
it's
don't
it's
understand.
it's so funny to me whenever you have the nasal going on because you go from a tenor to a baritone real fast.
It's crazy, right? It's
Uh-huh.
awful. My clients this week are just like, should you be working? And I'm like, um, I'll be right. I'll try to take half day.
You,
I
you,
know I don't sound great.
I mean, when you start singing, you sound like that asshole preacher son that used to be your friend.
Speaking of that person, honey,
Uh huh.
um, uh, sorry, Mother Mabe actually ran into the former first lady this past week,
Oh, oh,
right at Ingles.
oh.
It's, of course, it's at Ingles. So yeah, she said it was a nice conversation. It went real nice. I was like, that's nice.
She
That's really
prayed for her
nice.
soul right after, didn't she?
I mean, I don't know any. I didn't guess all that stuff. I was just like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. I almost burned that church down, but just saying.
Which one? Because there were two in there you could have burned down. Like the.
Well, the one that was right beside the house of the church gave them just out of the kindness of their heart after our whole church done paid for a house for them. That's that church. Just saying.
What?
I'm just saying.
Wait. What? 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 What?
Oh
What? What?
yes,
What? What?
Penny. You know
What?
how churches, you know how like Protestant churches, you know how they have like a parsonage, right? Like
Yes,
that's
of
where they pass.
course.
So our church has the parsonage as well. Well, some, they had a building fund for it and everybody paid for the house to get built
Oh
and
yeah,
it's a
because that's
beautiful
what you do.
house.
Yeah.
And then just lo and behold, one day the church just decided to gift the parsonage to them.
Wait, just gift it to them?
Gift it to them.
How did that go over with the dear parishioners?
Oh, I don't know at this point now. It's been so long ago, but I'm still, I still to this day, I'm just like, oh, okay. We could have used that money.
Well, let's get into this week's episode.
Yes, let's talk about Jeff Conway. This is FYI. This episode is so amazing. And I forgot rewatching it again how much I love this episode from watching it a few months ago. And this is the episode that inspired me that we needed to do the Murder She Wrote as a podcast. It was because of how ridiculous this episode was.
This is episode one. No, no, this is not episode one. This is season one, episode four, Birds of a Feather.
Yes. Do 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 do
So
do do.
we start off looking at Alcatraz,
Yes.
and then the guest stars start popping on the screen, and it goes guest star Martin Landau as he starts jogging in a brown velour tracksuit with a
Ugh.
dog off lead illegally.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So
Oh my gosh.
we find out his name is Mr. Drake, and there's
Hmm.
this dude in a suit who's yelling at him,
It's
Mr.
so
Drake, Mr. Drake. He needs money, Mame.
they always need money. These people, they
Always
always
need
need money.
money. The kid is not proud of what he had to do to make this money, but he needs his money soon. And
Yeah.
Martin Landau's like, Howard, 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 Howard.
I wrote down. So the dog is named Fritz, by
Fritz,
the way.
yes.
And I wrote down here. I just love Jeff Conway's hair. That's what my note was for this. I just love Jeff
Oh, it
Conway's
is
hair.
Jeff Conley, which I know from. So I probably know him from something that you don't know him from.
What do you know him from?
Babylon 5.
Oh, I mean, I know him from Babylon 5, but I think almost all of our listeners will know him from Grease.
Oh, who was he in Greece?
He was the second T-Bird.
I'd real talk, dear listeners. I've
What?
only ever seen Grease 2. I have never watched Grease. I've seen that travesty with Michelle Pfeiffer, but I have never
Now,
seen
I don't want to say that we're going to
Grease.
start a. I don't want to say we're going to have a fight right now, but number one, don't call Grease to a travesty. It is a landmark. Um,
What? It's
it's
a
a landmark.
landmark.
Grease 2 is better than Grease 1 in many ways.
Okay.
And but Grease 1, yeah, he's actually like the like John Travolta. He's like second in command to John
Okay.
Travolta.
Okay. Okay.
That's why when he started it, I was like, wait, what is he gonna talk about? And then you said Babylon 5, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. No. There are very few musicals I actually have really, really, really watched.
Yes, but as a homosexual, I mean, it's kind of like we're kind of. I mean, it's a necessary evil.
I mean,
How in the world did you get through 41 years of being gay without watching and singing along with Olivia Newton-John doing "Hopelessly Devoted to You" and like things like that? Like these are landmark things that we all experience.
yeah, I made it. So, I mean, what else? What else should I have watched?
What other gay musicals should you
Yeah,
have
what
watched?
other game music?
Have you watched Victor Victoria?
No,
Have you watched Mame the musical?
no.
Cabaret?
Yes, yes, girl, I've seen Cabaret. I've seen. It's got Liza.
I'm just making chorus line.
No, God, I've seen parts. Of course, like that's a lot. That's
Yentl.
No, I've never seen Yentl. Papa, can you hear me?
Wow.
Oh God, I
Okay.
have seen what's the other one?
I
That
don't.
sounds very. I don't want to get into an ism here. Um, Fiddler on the Roof. I have seen Fiddler on the Roof, but I should have. So, dear listeners, I I was the butcher lays a wolf in
Yeah.
Fiddler on the Roof. Not very well, mind you, but
Mims, that was that particular year. That was a all hands on deck. Our teacher really wanted a certain person to be the star of that musical and wanted us to center everything on that
uh,
person. Did not take into account the fact that we didn't have enough people to do the musical.
no.
Did not take into account that some people would have to be playing four, five, six,
Uh-huh.
7 different
Uh-huh.
roles.
Uh-huh.
Ahem, ahem. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy,
So
it was
so
all terrible.
so uh I listened to the person who was going to be the star of this. And because they said, to really feel a musical, you shouldn't watch anybody else do the musical or listen to the music. You know what? How I learn music is by listening to other people sing it. Because
Yes.
otherwise, I don't know the words. I can't read and say the words back. So
You're a marvel.
I
You are a marvel.
do.
I can still remember you and that little weak wristed those weak wristed actions.
So my husband, Mr. Mims, is from Wisconsin, and he said that his high school put on
Oh, so
an
scared now.
all white performance of The Wiz.
I'm sorry, what?
The black person who was supposed to star in it was suspended just before.
So what?
So
Wow. Why didn't they just like
we
why
now
wouldn't they
meet
just do the
Mike.
Wizard? Why wouldn't they just do the Wizard of Oz? Like, why wouldn't they just do that? I don't. I don't understand.
We now
Okay.
meet Mike.
Yes, Mike. It's time
Because
for Mike.
Fritz scared Howard away,
Yep.
and Drake is like, "I can live without you, Mike. I can live without you. I'm not going to pay you more." But we do learn Fritz is afraid of Mike
Yeah.
because Mike growls back at Fritz, and Fritz goes into the car.
Yes. I love dog acting.
Yeah. So now we're at the church, and someone is having a wedding, An intimate wedding with a really gay pastor.
My gosh, it's a new boy.
Did you ever watch
I
oh my
wrote down
god.
why is the priest so gay?
I mean, he's a priest. Uh
Oh,
who's got a children's choir in the back, which doesn't play that well now, does it? Um but what was I going to say? Did you ever watch, what's the name of the show, the TV show Gilmore Girls? Did you ever watch Gilmore Girls?
no.
Oh, you never watched? That seems wide enough your alley.
I don't like shows. I hate you right now. I hate you. I Mm,
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. Yes,
mm.
ma'am.
I like I don't really like I'm not really a person into I don't really like romance things.
Okay.
Like the minute that happens on shows, I almost always tune out.
Okay. So we
And that
learn we learn that her aunt is from Maine. Do you think it could
oh
be Jessica?
no, he couldn't be Jessica. Who else could who somebody else has to be from Maine that
So
comes onto the show.
Howard shows up, but and like he's because they're waiting for the groom, and Howard shows up. He's like,
Mhm.
"My dear, I'm sorry I'm late. I've had to do some things, but but oh no, I have insurance business to do tonight, and can't make it to dinner to meet your
Yes.
auntie."
Auntie.
And so she starts getting upset, and then she pulls his handkerchief out, and it's got lipstick on it.
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
Howard, that lipstick, that lipstick.
During this episode, I thought about there's a thing down here on TV when people need help with like issues called
Uh-huh.
"Help Me Howard," and every time they'd say his name, I was just like, "Oh Lord."
So as she storms off, she says, I don't know if you caught this. God knows I wouldn't want to drag you away from a client.
I missed that. I missed that
I
line.
caught it in the rewatch. I was like, oh, foreshadowing.
That was foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
And it's impossible to actually know unless you rewatch the episode.
So we then go to a restaurant
Yes, this lovely restaurant. It's so nice
at the wharf,
at the wharf.
and like I have been to the wharf in San Francisco. I
Uh-huh,
do not
uh-huh.
remember there being any kind of restaurant like this there.
I mean, this was in the 80s. This is it had been redone since then.
Anyway, and there's a Maine lobster joke with Jessica looking in saying, "Are these from Maine? These can't be Maine lobsters." With her Maine accent, like,
Her beautiful Maine accent.
and then we learned that Vicky's the woman's name.
Yes.
He used to be they met in New York.
Hmm.
Howard is an actor, insurance salesman, and cab driver.
Yes. Triple threat.
Yes, and she would marry Howard no matter what.
Hmm.
And yeah, like
She's a good
she's a
fiance.
great fiance. She's so sweet with her instant tanner.
Yeah.
Like,
I felt like this show really could have used like a like a sassy black girlfriend because she would not be marrying Howard if the sassy black girlfriend had been around. She would have been like, right, that wouldn't
well,
it would have
that sassy black girlfriend would not play into the demographic that's watching the show at the
No,
time.
no, I know. I'm just saying like in a realistic realistic world. In a realistic world, I wish somebody had done that for her. I wish somebody could have been the sassy black girlfriend for her that she really needed right
Well,
now.
in San Francisco, it could have been the sassy gay man.
That's true.
I feel you sorry for yourself.
But it seems like it's hard to actually find actual gay men in this episode
There's
despite
one.
its subject. No, no, I know, but despite its subject matter, it's a little that gets we'll get into that.
Yeah.
That's where it gets really strange.
She then utters a line that I was like, what? What? You know, they always say there's nothing quite so romantic as San Fran after dark. Have you ever heard San Francisco referred to as romantic after dark. I've heard
Not from a straight white woman.
I've heard many things about San Francisco of after dark. Never romantic. That is
Not the word romantic.
no.
That's, I mean, romantic, unless romantic is your safe word, that's really the only time that word comes into play. Just saying.
So we learned that Howard was fired from his insurance job.
Yep. Yep.
He always smells like perfume. He has lipstick that, oh no, that's not your color, dear.
Oh,
Um, like
it's more
it
of a
is
pink.
it is a
It's not
real
really.
dark pink. It is a it's a no, it's not. It's too dark to be a nude on me. Like it's
Well, I
a
mean, like clearly, Jessica's niece is more of a nude shade
yeah,
of lipstick. We know that.
yeah. But like it was like a dark pink. Like it was a
It's like a
it was
harlot
it
pink.
was that color that would look good on a lightly melanated woman, which this I guess
Right.
Vicky is trying to be with that tanner, but
Lightly melanated.
I only said that to put a jab at Vicky. That's the only reason, dear listeners, that's the only reason I said that. She's real tan for no real reason.
She is very tan. I mean, I could see if the episode had taken place in like Southern California,
Yes.
then it would have made
Or,
sense.
or like they said, hey, she's from Florida. Not
Yep.
she just flew in from New York to
Hmm.
San Francisco, two places that are not known for
No.
being the sunniest in the world.
No. No.
Whatever. And he has all these nightclub matches around the house, and she wants to go
Yeah.
investigate the nightclub. But is spying okay?
Sure.
That's that's
Spying's always okay.
that's what
I mean,
Jessica thinks.
it's weird though that like, so let's just be honest here and say,
Uh-huh.
man, Howard, you are terrible at keeping secrets.
Uh-huh.
Terrible. Like
Yes.
the matches alone, it's like, what? Why would you? What are you doing? Like, come on, dude.
So now we're at the club. We're at the club.
At the club.
And you look at the background, there's this woman kind of flailing around on the stage in this pink caftan dress. Like, in the background. I just caused Maim some issues. like like, are you
Okay,
there?
I'm better. I had to call.
Okay,
Oh my god.
you have snot and tears coming out everywhere,
Give me a minute.
girl. Dear listeners, this is a good time for me to talk to about our Patreon while Maeve goes and gets herself back together. We have a Patreon. It is at patreon.com/ you slay me. We're hoping to make this free of commercials one day. And with your help, we really can do that. And we'd like to thank you for listening. Please like our podcast, give us a rating. We love our dear listeners. She's still not back yet, so I know I could edit this out, but that's a lot to do. And where is she? There she is. I am so glad I just plugged Patreon.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh, jeez.
so Barbara shows up.
Yes.
She's the office manager.
Oh gosh.
Now we're getting
Ugh.
ready to go through a lot of characters, so I'm just gonna rip through them.
No,
Okay.
it's fine. You shuffle through them because I'm still giggling about the drag queen singing.
So then we meet Patterson, who's trying to get Freddie out of his contract. He's Freddie's agent. Then enter Jess and Vicky. Okay.
Yes.
Vicky is trying to get a club. They're like, no, 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 we can't do it. She goes up to Mr. Drake, whose first name is Al, we learned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she's like, Martin Landau, this is Jessica Fletcher. Get us a table.
Holding that celebrity card.
Yeah. So they give her the crappiest table in the place,
Mm-hmm.
hidden behind a column.
Yes.
And then Freddie York comes on stage. The worst comedian.
Oh
How you doing,
man.
everybody? My name's Freddie
You
York. But
you for the dear listeners, you will remember Gabe Kaplan from Welcome Back Cotter from the 70s.
welcome That's all
You
the.
did remember that, right? You knew that one,
I
right?
hated Welcome Back, Cotter.
What?
It was
Mr.
okay.
Carter.
It was completely okay. Like I have a controversial yet brave opinion.
Whoa.
I'm not the biggest fan of Taxi either. Like I Lotka, I I don't think he's funny. I never found him funny. What's his name? Um,
And Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. I never found Andy Kaufman funny.
All right. Okay. We're learning some new things about Mims today.
Like what?
Like you just said, all of this stuff about your brave yet controversial opinions about iconic comedians.
Yeah, yeah. I will say that a far more gross person was doing far better comedy at the time.
A far more gross person.
Bill Cosby, girl, Bill Cosby.
Oh, in the 70s,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
doing
I loved Bill Cosby in the 70s.
and what and what's his name? Oh my god, oh my god, bald head, slick black gray hair. Um, the bishop in Dogma.
Oh, George Carlin.
Yeah, George Carlin. George
Yeah.
Carlin.
Yeah,
That's
George
my
Carlin's
kind of
really great.
comedy. Yeah.
I got you. Okay, now I understand. I
Richard
understand.
Pryor. Richard Pryor.
Oh, Richard. I really wish. I realized that it was never his thing because that was back when TV and movies still kind of kept separated. But I do wish that Richard Pryor had at some point kind of transitioned into a sitcom
Yeah.
world a little bit because
Yeah.
I think that I think that what he could have brought. I know it wouldn't have lasted a long time, but I think what he could have brought to the art of sitcom back then may have like really shifted that world.
Yeah, I mean, I think that at the point that he would have done it, he was probably too far in
Yeah,
his disease and
he
couldn't.
was because I
Right.
remember
So,
they tried a couple of things. I
yeah.
remember and it didn't go so well.
Yeah. So,
R.I.P.
Freddie Orks on stage. Hey, how you doing? This is my rim shot. Ba-doom-chi.
I
Ba-doom-chi.
hated that guy.
Ba-doom-chi. Ba-doom-chi.
You were just-
How you doing? Freddie here.
We're back in Sling Blade
Yeah.
territory again.
So then Miss Drake shows up in her blue eyeshadow. And
Uh,
I was like, "Girl,
yes,
that is a blowback with blue
it's
eyeshadow.
amazing.
It
It's
really
amazing.
is. She is living her '80s dream, and we are all in it."
Yep,
Um,
I was living for it, honestly.
they show her to her table, which is in the dead center of everything,
Mhm. Of course.
and she tells, and the waiter's like, "Tell Fritz, Fritz, whoever Fritz is." But that's also the dog's Felix, not Fritz. Felix, Felix, Felix. Go back and tell Mr. Drake Mrs. Drake is here.
Yeah.
So then Jessica says, "There's something strange about this place."
Girl.
And
Yes,
then
I like
there's
that.
the announcer comes on. Now the person you've all been waiting to see, Michelle Dupont. And Michelle Dupont is a drag queen.
Drag queen.
Drag queen.
Drag queen.
Drag queen.
The art of
Uh,
female illusion. Drag
Now
queen.
this is the straightest drag club I've ever seen before
Let's
in
we're
my
not no
life.
hold on, we still not gonna get into that yet. We're just gonna talk about them as it's coming to us, right?
Okay.
So this just appears to be a normal old drag place now, because remember, they are in San Francisco, so it's not that
True.
strange because those boys are weird out
This is very
there.
strange. This is strange. Oh, and then like Barbara comes running up. Stop that murderer! Stop that murderer! And then there's a drag queen running through in her pink dress. That woman that we saw on stage before was actually a man. She falls over. The wig falls off. Howard. Oh
Oh,
God!
it's
And
so
we learned
terrible.
Michelle Dupont is actually Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Shock and awe. Shock
shock
and
and awe.
awe.
Shock and awe.
Ah.
God.
Oh, why couldn't they have just been gay people?
I don't
Like, why?
I don't know because Paul Lynn didn't want to do it. Is
Could
that
you have imagined this episode with Paul Lind and
where's
Charles
the
Nelson
wedge?
Riley and oh my gosh, could you
I thought Charles
imagine?
Nelson Riley was actually straight. Yeah, I thought he was. I thought he was married to a woman.
No, girl.
Are we sure?
Yes, girl.
Hold on,
Yes.
hold on. We're going to Google that real quick. Google that. Charles. Charles. Charles.
While we're having our Google break,
Wilson
uh,
Riley. Uh-huh.
be sure to make sure you store your turkey after cooking. Don't leave it in the fridge for too many days. You want to make sure to freeze it so that you don't get any bacterials growing on that turkey following your meal.
Oh, you're right. His partner's name is Patrick Hughes.
There you go, girl. I told you. Okay, that all that can't just be a impersonation.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But I really, honest to God, thought that it was the weird. Like, was he ever married to? They divorced, and she never married. Oh, Briley was gay in real life. Okay, I know. I know. That's. I thought that I'd heard. Maybe it was somebody else that I always thought was gay that wasn't.
Like Dame Edna.
Well, I knew that.
Okay, well, that's what I was just that was,
So where are we at in this? We got several more pages to go.
I mean, we need to kind of like speed through a little bit because we've been
Okay.
dwelling a lot on this beginning. So we just got through Howard. Howard's been revealed just
Yes.
now.
So Vicky goes up to see him. They make up. Howard says he didn't do it. So they take her downtown to book her, and we meet Lieutenant Novak,
That's right.
who's and so the secretary says she saw Howard with a gun. Um, and this is back in Drake's office. So we're
Right.
back in Drake's office. Novak was like, "Who saw this?" And the secretary was like, "Well, I saw him with a gun. I didn't actually see him shoot him." And Jessica's in there randomly. It was like, "Did you notice the feather on Drake's jacket?"
I love it so much.
Uh huh.
She just like pulls the most random
Yes.
things.
Did you notice there's a feather?
Did you test for powder burns?
We aren't there yet.
I'm just, I know, I'm just in the spirit of it. I
A
got
nitric acid test. So now we're at the police.
Oh
I
man,
can start making turkey noises. Anyway,
no, please don't do that.
um,
Please.
so Freddy's signing a statement. Hey everybody, I'm making sure this shows up on the it is okay. It's registering my voice. I don't know how well it's registering, but Freddie didn't. I didn't do it, and then we're okay.
You are scaring everybody away right now.
Well, that's good. Killers are scary. I'm sorry, dear listeners. Did I reveal the ending?
Well, there we go. This has been You Lady. Thanks for listening.
So, at the police, Jessica then shows up. We find that the gun was from New York.
Yes.
And Jessica's like, well, I need to talk to you. And the Lieutenant Novak's like, get out of my office. And she's like, well, I canceled a meeting this morning with a television show. But if you don't talk to me now, I'm going to take that and rather talk about my new sixth book. It's like been a month and she's already written six of these damn things.
Yeah, because she's just spitting them out.
Six
They didn't say
episode
they
four,
didn't say
six
they didn't say they
books.
were good issues.
That's true. Straight to paperback. We learned about that in the previous in that horrible episode of Baking Sugar. It still bothers me how old he was compared to Suzanne. Anyway, anyway. Jessica threatens to take them on TV and ruin them.
Well,
She
that's got them thinking differently now.
Yes. So she asks, has a nitric acid test had been performed on Howard's hand? No, it had
Mm-hmm.
not. They're getting ready to do that. And can she talk to him? Lieutenant Novak
Yes.
says no. Then she's finally like, okay, well, I'll see him anyway. So they bring Howard in, and a leather daddy, he's actually cast as leather daddy number one in the
What?
credits, uh, or leather man number one, asks Howard out. There you are, Maim. There's your gay moment.
Yeah, there's the gay moment
Uh huh.
there.
Uh
Mm-hmm.
huh.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So Howard sits down, and she says, "I'm going to tell you exactly what to say." How and she makes Howard feel guilty about lying, and Howard says he only entered the theater for money, and Drake held up his pay. So he just came in to talk. He stopped by. He stepped on the gun. Was like picked it up. Was this yours? Is this your gun? I, Mr. Drake, I will not be ignored.
Oh, I love it so
And then he
much.
turns him around, and he was shot. A very bloodless wound, mind you.
Very bloodless. Like
And
it was really nothing's there.
then Barb walks by and starts screaming, "Ow! Ow! 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 Ow!"
It's always Barb's. Always.
We found out that Mr. Drake and Barb were having an affair.
You better shut your mouth.
I
What?
know, right?
Oh,
The what? It's
Barb.
always the Barbs.
Always. I thought I knew you, Barb. That's really
Barb,
upsetting.
Barbara,
I believed in you, Barb.
Barb,
I
I
believed in
still
you.
believe in you because you have a role to play that moves this along in about 5 minutes. uh, so we learned that the time of death is 9:50 to 10:05, which is
Hmm.
very short window.
Yes.
And Jessica's like, "How
Very
do you
short.
know that?" Because it was a set, and the drums hid the gunshot.
That's right. It was perfectly timed with this set.
Perfectly timed with the set. So we also learn a lot of things. Jessica then goes to meet Bill Patterson, or goes back to the club.
Yep.
We meet Bill Patterson again. He's a skis.
He is super skeezy.
And we find out that Mrs. Drake and Mike are sleeping together. Yeah.
What? But I thought that Mike was just a drag queen. He's a heterosexual also.
Of course, he's a heterosexual drag queen. That's what they did in the 80s.
Okay, that's
Yes, yes.
thanks RuPaul for gentrifying that for us and taking it back. Thank you RuPaul for getting gay men back into the
God,
dress.
God. Yeah, like it was a straight man's game until 2010.
Apparently, I mean,
Like
apparently,
RuPaul just I remember going to the gay clubs when I was first coming out, and then all those like straight men drag queens were just like they had to. It was very bad because they were straight men, but they had to get fake boobs to feel like they were part of the group, and
I mean, it's hard. It's
it was
hard.
very hard.
It's hard for those folks. I mean, straight men have had a comp. They've. I mean, think about all of the afflictions that they've had to suffer in these last 40 years with gay men taking over.
Yep, I know, right?
Jeez,
I
it's a
know,
shame.
I know,
I'm
I know.
ashamed to be a gay man right now.
I'm ashamed, so ashamed, so ashamed. So, uh, Jess meets Freddie. Um, Jess, oh, I really love the view in this room. As
Mm-hmm.
she's looking down at the couch, and Freddie's like, "Yeah, I couldn't get more money, but at least my bill got me this view." But you?
Wow. This is you're gonna ride this one to the end, aren't you? You're gonna ride this one to the end.
Oh, all how many seasons of this are there?
A lot.
Yeah,
A
all a
lot.
lot seasons of it. Unless, dear listeners, you hate it, but to hate say you hate it, you need to comment.
Leave a Patreon donation.
Leave a Patreon donation.
That's one of our tiers.
No, it's not.
Oh, we can
We
make it
have a
one.
tier.
We can make it a tier.
We can make it a tier. Shut Mims up. It'll just be Maim.
We'll get
And
like this really random $500,000 donation from Billy Bob Thornton saying, "Stop taking my stick."
just send me a little bottle of your blood in a vial, and I'll wear it around my neck like Angelina Jolie did. You forgot about that. Did you
Yes, I
forget
did.
about that? Isn't
I
that
forgot
gross?
about that.
Most people have their
Oh,
name written on a grain of rice. She had a vial of his blood.
yep.
So have you ever heard? Just aside, I'll take a little aside, and we'll keep going in a minute. There is a place in Italy that every year performs a miracle. Okay, they have
Okay.
a vial of saint's blood that's solid. Okay, and
Okay.
every year they turn it back and forth 3 times, and it returns to liquid, and they call it a miracle. That's not how miracles work. That's just what blood does. But whatever.
Ah.
like, like it blood naturally coagulates. Shake it up a little bit, break it apart, turns back to liquid. It's yeah.
Let them enjoy themselves.
I know. That's just what I heard and was like, that one's easily disproven. Like you can just take somebody else's blood, put it in an airtight vial, and do that to it. Anyway, where are we at? Yeah. So uh, Jessica goes to see Barb because she knows Barb.
Barb, she knows
Barb, she
somebody's
knows
there.
Barb,
She
and
knows
Mrs.
somebody's
Drake
there.
fires Barb.
What?
Yes. So Jessica has a look on her face, goes downstairs, and has a taxi waiting for Barb to pick her up.
Smart, Jessica. You're so smart.
And so then Barbara has a, she always does something in confidential and has a full, you didn't hear it from me, but conversation with
Which
Jessica.
was perfect.
It really was. So Jessica says, "Well, you know Drake was dead when we came in the room, right?" She's like, "No,
No.
no, no, no."
No.
So Jessica finds out that this is where she finds out that Mrs. Drake and Mike are having an affair. Mike was trying to buy the club, and Bill Patterson had a Freddie in a 7-year contract, but there were lots of like offers from Vegas and Branson, probably.
Branson. No, they would
Branson.
not. They wouldn't hire Freddie and Branson, girl. You already know that.
I know.
We already know why.
Fair.
Just saying.
So now we're at the wharf,
At the back at the wharf.
and Mike is staring off at the Golden Gate Bridge, and like she's like, "You just gonna buy it?" So they have a conversation of, "Did you? I didn't do it. Did you? But if you did, it's okay because we hate him, right? We get our story straight in case you did it. But I didn't do it. Did you do it?"
Hmm.
And like lots of bump bump bum moments and like little hugging each other and giving side eye and all of that.
It's a lot.
So now we're back at the club. Sorry, dear listeners. We're going back and forth. The nitric acid test was negative,
Yay!
which means he didn't do it.
Yeah, yay! Yes,
Yeah.
right. We were excited about it. Yeah.
Well, Mr. No, Lieutenant Novak's like, but he could be wearing gloves, and she's like,
Oh, that Novak. He doesn't trust anybody.
but then Jessica was like, well, why would his prints be all over it if he wasn't wearing gloves? If he was wearing gloves, you okay over there?
Yeah, I just had the loogie. That's all. I don't
Uh,
want to do it on microphone.
I don't blame you. So we learned that Jessica's not so sure about the time of death. She wants them to prove it scientifically that you could not hear it with a gunshot with the rim
Yes.
shot playing. So she does a bunch of things and she like turns on a little
Radio.
radio with some music. She's like, the girls are up here dancing. Let's see if we can hear it now.
And you can.
And you can. So Freddie is like, what are y'all doing up here with all this stuff? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh no, watch out. A light comes flying at Freddie. Woo!
Yes, I love it. Almost killed him. It almost killed him.
Almost killed him. But he flung himself off the stage.
Oh, like
Flung him. Just
like
woo! Flung.
like Robin Hood.
Like Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest.
Oh,
I
oh, I want to
love
go
that
watch
movie.
that movie now.
That's the best furry movie ever made. You tell me you didn't think that Robin Hood was hot when you were a
I don't.
kid.
I don't think I did. I mean, I don't think I had that thought process then.
Did you ever have a cartoon you found very attractive?
A cartoon?
A cartoon persona or fursona that you found very attractive
When I was a kid.
when you were a kid, like 14, 15, like 13, 12, something like that.
Oh, I mean, probably like I'm sure like He-Man, right? Like every like gay kid like He-Man.
Eh.
And something like that.
Battle
Like I don't know.
toads, battle toads. Those they had good legs. I kid you not.
They were frogs. Those frogs have big legs.
I know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the battle toads.
This conversation just keeps going in weird directions.
Hey, at least I like this episode. Unlike the last thing I had to review.
Well, that's the thing. I can't imagine what would happen if you hadn't liked this episode because, oh boy,
Oh God. So now we're back at Novak's apartment.
we're back at the apartment
He's
now.
wearing
Yep.
a fantastically salmon colored Save the Whales uh, uh, robe. Um,
Uh, I love Novak.
Jessica comes in. She picks up a cat that looks very annoyed.
Yes.
Um, and we find out that the rope holding the stage light was not an accident.
What?
It was acid. Acid had burned through the rope. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So now we're back at the court. Like we're just flying all over the place here.
We are just bouncing back and forth a lot.
And Howard's in a new suit. He was just released on bail. And my comment was, wasn't that the same suit at the beginning of the episode?
Yes,
Okay,
it is.
so it's not a new suit. It's the same suit, but a
It's the
new.
same suit. Howard's doesn't have much of a wardrobe.
Apparently not. Apparently not. So Jessica's like, you go to lunch with Vicky. I need to go somewhere else. So she goes and finds Mrs. Drake on the driving range
That's right.
in a fantastic outfit that Jessica's never seen in black before, but Mrs. Drake is in mourning.
She looked good though.
Uh
She did
huh.
look good.
We find out, so Jessica sort of like accuses her lightly of doing it, and she's like,
Mhm.
"Hold up, it wasn't me. Let me tell you something. I better tell somebody. Tell me about somebody, baby girl. I'm the man from the big P. Anyway, I apologize for that.
Don't give us more. Please give us more.
No, no, I'm not. Anyway, I will give you more of this though. So we find out that Freddie's contract was a personal services contract, and it's
Oh.
now null and void because it was only for Mr. Drake. So
Oh.
Freddie did it, is what she's saying, or Bill.
Wow.
Freddie or Bill did it.
Somebody's really got it in for this guy.
So now we're at the hospital.
Yes.
Jessica's bringing in some roses, and like Bill's like, I didn't do it. Freddie didn't do it. Freddie's like, just leave it alone, Bill. Just leave it alone. And like, she Jessica's like, okay, well, I'll see myself out, but thank you for your time. But they also think that the lights could have been trying to kill me, so just watch your back.
Yeah, because Jessica, they could have been going for you, girl.
Uh huh.
It might be time.
You're in danger, girl. You are
Murder She Wrote
always in
might be
danger.
Murder She Wrote's already over.
Ah, God. So now we're at the hotel.
Hmm.
Jessica's very tired. She's very tired. But there's some construction going on in the room beside her because it's San Francisco and shit falls apart there all the time.
Yes.
So she lies down in bed and, like, in her full grandmotherly wardrobe, just lying down, she just wants to catch a few Z's, and she pushes the pillows against her ears. And aha, light bulb.
She has an aha moment.
Aha, light bulb.
Lip bulb.
So she runs over to Novak.
Gosh.
We're running, we're
There's
here.
always Jessica's always got to run somewhere in every episode.
So the feather was the clue. which we had at the very beginning.
Yes.
It was a silencer. It was a pillow. A pillow, you say? A pillow.
A pillow.
A
Yes.
pillow. Look at these. They're now in Mr. Drake's office. There's a pillow on the settee. He's like, there's a pillow right here. She's like, but look at these pictures that I had your uh, assistant illegally give me.
Yes.
He's even like, these are police photos. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, you know.
so she's like, yes, but if you notice, there was no pillow here at the time of the crime scene. So we now go to Freddie York's, or no, sorry, I missed a step here. We then go to
There's
the
so many.
stage. It feels like Clue at this moment, like where they're
It
all
does.
running
It's
around the different parts of the thing.
wait till we start getting into the many episodes, and they're all gonna feel like Clue.
So we're now on stage, and Jessica's like, I need to demonstrate something. Miss Lieutenant Novak, you stand right there. You stay right
Hmm.
there. So she lets a sandbag fall, and he jumps back. And
Yes.
she's like, you moved. Why'd you move? Well, I heard it. She's like, exactly, just the same way Freddy heard the light come flying down. And Freddy's like, yeah, you got me. I heard that. So all you can do is know that because I was trying to I was afraid and blah 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 blah. But I heard that. So then
Wow.
they go up to Freddy's dressing room, which somehow got bigger.
It did actually. It's maybe shot from a different angle, I think.
Yeah. And she's like, well, the pillow. You made a mistake. You made a mistake because this pillow has light damage, and the light damage could only come from your pillow. And what you did, Freddie, what you did was you used the pillow that was in his office, but you got scared that we would figure it out. So you stupidly took a pillow from out here and took it in there to try to hide it. And he's like, yeah, dude, that contract was horrible, and I hated him.
Now, while I do love your sling blade,
Uh huh.
every once in a while you are saying some relevant information that you have to remember the audience can't always understand.
Oh, I do apologize. I do apologize. I do
I can understand you
apologize.
because we grew up in sling blade territory, but some of the audience might not always understand when you're actually saying something relevant there.
I promise you, dear audience, most time it's just me mumbling. Like, so he does say, could have knocked him dead. He says he could have knocked him dead in Vegas, right? So, yeah, he confesses to everything. He did it. He confesses. They take him in. Fast forward a day, there's a wedding. Turns out that Vicky and Howard got married, and the Mrs. Drake was there. Mr. Drake was dead. Jessica's there. Lieutenant Novak's there. Barb is there.
Why is Lieutenant Novak there? I don't understand.
Why is Barb there? Like, where are all these people there anyway?
Ah, he barely worked at that place
I
almost any
know.
time.
I know. So, Patterson is there. Apparently, he wasn't even an accomplice. And after the wedding, he's like, "Yo, Howard, I got you a job at a soap. It's only a 2 day a week job. What kind of soap only films 2 days a week? Whatever." So, like, but it's got money and insurance and all of this. And Jess is like, "I don't like to give advice. Lie, but do it."
Yeah, yeah.
End of episode.
Made, that's no made no sense. That
No, not all. Oh,
Howard had a good job lined up,
yes, yes. In real
and
estate.
in real estate and in California.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I yeah, no, don't do that, Howard.
So, what did you enjoy this episode?
Oh yeah,
I did too.
because
I really did
this
too.
episode is ridiculous,
It's
and
absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, it just
Absolutely
I love
ridiculous.
this so much. Absolutely, it's.
Yeah.
I think that this once again, right? I told you, there's just something that's so ridiculously silly about the entire thing, even though They treat it so serious. It's
Yeah.
not. Even
I
murder's not
I
that
will
serious.
say that I think that Jessica had the most sexual chemistry with Novak of any of the men she's been with so far.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
like, yeah, I was actually wondering who Martin Landau would be, and I'm a little sad he died so early on, but
Oh yeah,
whatever.
because at first you're like, oh, that does seem like a good contemporary boyfriend for
Yeah,
Jessica.
exactly, exactly.
But
No,
then
no,
here
no.
comes that sex pot Novak. Oh boy.
Who was the Peter Falk of the '80s? Like Novak, he had played. If you look at his thing, it's a list of crime dramas, and he's apparently in Murder She Wrote multiple times as multiple different people.
Oh, I can see that. I mean, think about it, right? Like you have, I mean, back then especially, typecasting was a
Yeah.
real thing. So yeah, money is money. If you either you're going to be a big Hollywood star
Let,
or you're going to get typecast.
let's ask Cicely Tyson about typecasting. Let's do that.
Oh Lord.
Uh huh.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Well, there goes Mother Meme. She just turned off her podcast. Thanks for
Why?
that.
Why?
She's like, don't you dare invoke her name.
I would think that she would agree with me.
She does well in the latter half of her career,
Yes, yes,
especially.
yes, yes, yes.
Good gracious, yeah,
I mean, the
really.
woman. I mean, it was hard for her to probably find roles that
Well, when she got
because
too well, the thing is, like when she got too old for theater, because theater is much more taxing on the
yes,
body, and then
yes.
she started just doing movies just to do them because you knew she was having fun. But at the same time, you were like, why are you always why I am this wise black woman, and you will listen to what I have to say because I have lived on this planet for 120 years, just like that movie that I won the Emmy for, The Diary of Miss Jane Pittman. I now live the life of Miss Jane Pittman as an old woman. Like she literally became the character that she won the Emmy for back in the 60s.
So speaking of this, should we talk about Drag Race Canada before we sign off this evening?
I think most of our listeners are gonna be like, we don't watch that show.
Okay, then we won't talk about it.
Yeah,
There was a
yeah.
travesty that happened on that stage.
I don't like it. I still don't like it.
I
I'm
still
still
don't
mad
like it.
about
I
it.
am disgusted by it. I will leave it at that.
I was drugged up and not feeling well, and I was laying on the couch, and I still got angry, and I was just like, I was not me. Me and
Yeah,
my husband were both like, wait a minute,
yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
How? What?
I
What?
felt like it was racism, and it wasn't even a racism.
It wasn't. It was just like, well, it's like you. It's like the weirdest kind of pandering. Though it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Rue would not have let that happen.
no.
She would have seen that and said, "Oh, oh,
She would have been like, I mean, I think at worst, Rue would have seen the second look, acknowledged it, tried to see it from their perspective,
uh huh."
but she would not have given a pass to the third outfit
No,
because
no.
compared to everyone else,
Yeah.
it was booger, like just booger compared to everyone else.
Yep. Anyway,
Mm,
Mame, why don't we've talked for over an hour? Why don't you
yes,
tell
we
these
have.
dear listeners where they can find you?
Yes, under a rock. No, just joking. Sorry.
Are you doing Kill Your Idol this week?
It depends on how I feel tomorrow.
Okay.
Um,
You
I'm
know
kind of
Thursday's like one of the busiest days for a bar.
Not down here. Not
Okay.
down here. I actually asked the dude that I co-host with. He was like, it's not that big of a deal down here.
Okay. It's huge in
Um,
North Carolina.
yeah, no, I know. That's why I know. Yeah, he said no. He said ours is like he said stuff down here is more sad.
Okay.
It's like it's just people that have no families,
Okay.
and like yeah, I was like, oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
So if you are actually in real life want to meet me and you are down vacationing in Miami, I do host amazing colossal karaoke every Thursday night at Kill Your Idol on Miami Beach on Espanola Way. And what else do I do? Oh, yeah, you can find me on Instagram at auntie.maim. You can find me on Facebook at I'm your Auntie Maim, one word. I do occasionally do improv comedy at Villain Theater in Miami proper. You can find them at villaintheater.com. And what about you, Mims?
So you can find me at Divine Miss Mims on Twitter. You can find this podcast at You Slay Me Pod on
You
Twitter.
slay me.
You can find our Patreon. Thank you, Patreon
Thanks,
supporters.
Patreon.
Um, at patreon.com backslash You slay me.
You slay me.
You can leave us a nice review. Leave us some comments. If you don't like the sling blade thing, say you guys are great. 5 stars. Mims dropped the sling blade.
Yeah. If you want me to keep my baritone voice, just tell me and I'll stay perpetually sick.
You're gonna
Whatever
stay
we have
perpetually
to.
sick anyway. That
Whatever
is
we got to do to keep you guys happy, that's what we're going to do.
happy and engaged. Happy and engaged.
Happy
Happy and
and engaged.
engaged. Uh,
I do like when I have a voice like this. I really do actually enjoy it. It
he's
sounds
less
even better in a
grating.
microphone. Did you say that? I can't help that my voice is grating.
I kid. I kid.
It is grating though. I
I
know. I've heard
kid. I
myself. It's like
kid. I kid. I don't kid that much, but I kid a little.
I
Anyway,
kid, I kid, I kid.
all right, girl. Well, Mame, say I ruined the joke. Just say
You totally
goodnight.
did. Yeah, good night. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy Native Peoples Day. Have a happy if you don't even celebrate anything, just have a happy couple of days off.
Happy, happy, everybody.
Good
Bye.
night.